It's Friday, February 27th, 2026, and today is both International Polar Bear Day and No Brainer Day, which feels like the universe telling us to stay cool while AI does something absolutely unhinged. This is Koei Cast, and yes, this episode was stitched together by a fully automated little swarm of AI tools. If a sentence gets spicy or a metaphor goes sideways, that's the experiment talking.
Wait, Polar Bear Day and No Brainer Day on the same day is so us. Like, be majestic and have zero thoughts simultaneously.
Exactly. I'm Hunter.
And I'm Riley, and today we're talking about the most chaotic trio of updates. Meta open sourcing Sam Audio, Adobe pushing this whole Firefly and WPP agentic marketing thing, plus Quick Cut, and Google VO3 adding synced sound with Flow as the filmmaking app.
Yeah, the theme is basically audio stops being a fragile art project and becomes selectable, automatable. Like you can point at a sound and say, that one, remove it.
That one is crazy.
Yeah.
Because audio editing has always been like, enjoy painting with invisible paint while listening to ghosts.
Exactly. So Meta's Sam Audio. People keep calling it segment anything, but for sound. And that's not just a cute analogy, it's promptable source separation. You can use text prompts, time span prompts, and even audio-visual prompts, like using the video to help target a sound source.
Okay, hold up. The audio-visual prompt thing is the sleeper. Because creators already think in video. They don't think in spectrograms. They think, that dude talking while a blender is going off.
Right. And the non-obvious marketing workflow it breaks open for me is not just podcasts. It's UGC cleanup at scale. Like you get 100 influencer clips, half of them have wind noise, a cafe, a crying baby, and a clanky necklace mic. Before, that's a human suffering job. Now you can pipeline it.
I was going to say podcasts, but you're right. UGC is the real pain. Because podcasts at least pretend to be recorded in a controlled environment. UGC is recorded in the wild, like National Geographic, but for brand deals.
Exactly. And if you're a marketing team, the value is speed plus consistency. You're not trying to win a Grammy, you're trying to make sure every ad hits loudness targets, dialogue is intelligible, and the vibe doesn't feel cheap.
But Hunter, where do you think people immediately abuse Sam Audio? Because you know they will.
Oh, they're going to do three things. They're going to clean up bad mics, which is wholesome. They're going to remix competitor ads, which is petty but predictable. And then there's the darker lane, which is laundering copyrighted audio, like remove the vocals, isolate the hook, swap the drum break, and pretend it's new.
Yeah. I didn't steal it, I just segmented it. That's going to be the new internet defense.
The open source angle makes that more real too, because it's not stuck behind one company's moderation. You can run it wherever.
And that brings us to the open source versus enterprise vibe. People on X are losing their minds over Sam Audio being open, but when Adobe says commercially safe, everyone's like, cool, anyway.
It's the thrill of no procurement and velocity. Open source means your team can experiment today, customize tomorrow, and not wait for someone in legal to approve a new vendor portal login.
Also trust. Like, if I can run it myself, I can at least understand what it's doing. Versus enterprise claims that are basically, trust us, we're safe.
Totally. Although, to be fair, commercially safe matters when you're a big brand with risk exposure.
Which is the perfect segue into Adobe and WPP. They're pushing agentic marketing, and I need someone to translate that phrase into human language.
Agentic marketing, minus the press release glitter, is basically software that doesn't just generate assets, but moves the work forward. It plans, produces, adapts, and routes. Not just here's a headline, but here's a first draft cut, here are the variants, here's what's approved, here's what needs review.
So like, less assistant, more intern that can actually click buttons, but you still don't trust it with your wallet.
Exactly. And the first job role it quietly tries to replace is the coordinator layer. The people who spend all day moving stuff between tools, chasing feedback, packaging versions, doing the is this the final dance.
The human router. That's real. But okay, Firefly's commercial safety promise. Where does that realistically end?
It's strongest on training data, provenance, and enterprise governance, plus the legal posture that comes with that. But it doesn't mean outputs can't create problems. Like you can still generate something that looks too close to a real brand or suggests a claim you can't back up.
So it's like safe-ish until legal asks questions. Got it.
Yeah, safety is not a vibe, it's a workflow. You still need checks, approvals, and receipts. Speaking of workflows, Quick Cut. This first draft video assembly thing is such a gift. But what's the catch? The catch is you can ship mediocre faster and call it agility. Quick Cut can take your uploaded clips and generate a structured first-pass edit from prompts, but if your team doesn't have taste and a clear story, you'll end up with content that feels like every other brand montage.
Like the dreaded corporate B-roll smoothie.
Exactly. It's amazing for collapsing the blank timeline problem. But you still need a human to say, this moment is the hook, this beat is boring, we're keeping the weird laugh because it feels real.
I also worry about brand consistency drift. Like if Quick Cut is auto-choosing the best shots based on focus and composition, it might miss the shot that's actually on brand, even if it's a little imperfect.
That's a great point. Humans choose meaning, models choose signals. Sometimes those overlap, sometimes they don't.
Okay, now the Google side. VO3 adding synced sound is huge. What's the real marketing implication?
It's the flood. Once video generates with usable sound, the floor rises. Everyone can make good enough ads, so the advantage moves to narrative, taste, and distribution timing. The teams with real creative direction will stand out. The teams who just generate more sludge will generate more sludge.
The internet is about to become even louder.
Great, but there's also localization. If you can generate a clip with sound, or at least generate the bass and swap language layers cleanly, global campaigns get cheaper and faster.
Hold up, though. Flow stitching multiple 8-second clips into longer sequences? Are we finally getting AI filmmaking, or is it still slideshow energy with camera moves?
We're in the awkward teen phase. Flow is Google's AI filmmaking app, and it's built to help you assemble and manage clips as part of a workflow with VO. That's real progress. But narrative continuity is still hard. You need a story spine, or the output feels like vibes taped together.
So it's like the tool can build scenes, but it can't guarantee meaning.
Exactly. And pricing is part of this too. People are talking about premium plans like Google AI Ultra, and whether AI video becomes a budget line item like stock footage or a locked-up luxury.
I think it becomes both. Like, creators use pro tiers and scrappy tools, enterprises buy ultra and governance, and everyone complains about credits.
That's the pattern, and it creates this weird split. Open source gives you freedom and chaos, enterprise gives you guardrails and invoices.
Which is why I keep thinking the real winner is the glue layer, like the orchestration. Hunter, you're always talking about N8 and N. This is your moment.
Guilty. The dream stack is SAM Audio as a callable segmentation step, Firefly or Creative Cloud as your brand-safe generation and assembly environment, and VO plus Flow for audiovisual drafts. Then an orchestrator routes everything through critics, loudness check, brand terms check, claim check, human approval when risk is high.
Wait, say that again, but like a creator would do it on a Tuesday.
Okay. You drop your messy footage in a folder, the system cleans the dialogue stem with SAM Audio, Quick Cut builds a first draft, VO generates 2 extra B-roll shots with sound for the boring parts. Then you, the human, pick the best version and tweak the edit. You ship. And the system saves what worked, so next time it's faster.
That's actually so good. Also, quick aside, we talked recently about Google's Lyria 3 inside Gemini making 30-second jingles, and now we're talking about sound separation and synced sound video. Audio is having a main character season.
It is. Audio used to be the bottleneck everyone ignored. Now it's becoming modular. Generate it, separate it, sync it, localize it. But again, human in the loop, because models still do weird stuff.
Especially with voice. Like the second something sounds like someone, you're in drama territory.
Exactly. Which is why governance isn't optional. Open source lets you move fast, but you still need internal rules. Enterprise tools promise safety, but you still need taste and checks.
So the takeaway is, we're not just getting better generators, we're getting better editors. And editing is where workflows actually scale.
That's the whole thing. Creation is sexy, editing is profitable.
Okay, Polar Bear Day wrap-up. Stay cool, don't melt your brand into generic AI mush.
And for no-brainer day, automate the brainless parts, keep the brain for story and taste.
Love that.
Thanks for hanging with us on KoiCast. Subscribe if you want more chaos with a workflow plan.
And go check out koi.com/resources for AI news and updates. Do it for the polar bears.
Catch you next time.